The 5 most badass people who ever lived. 5. Qing Shi. Arguably the most badass pirate to ever sail the seas. She started as a prostitute who married a pirate, but he died in a tsunami and she took over from there. She ravaged China with an iron fist, losing very few vassals. She was so successful that China sent out an armada to stop her. Instead of hiding, she faced them head-on and won, capturing 63 of their boats. Once captured, the Navy men could either join or die. She continued to fight for 2 more years, and even took out British and Dutch Navy ships. By the end of it, China offered her amnesty, which she and her 17,000 crew members accepted, dragged their more than 200 ships to coast, and could keep all their plunder. She died at the age of 69, running a brothel and casino. 4. Leo Major. The day of the D-Day invasion, he killed a squad of German soldiers and captured a truck with intelligence information. Later down his career, he ran into 4 SS soldiers and killed all of them, losing an eye to a phosphorus grenade, but refused to discharge. During the Battle of the Scheldt, he captured 93 German soldiers and refused the medal, claiming the general awarding it was incompetent. In the beginning of 1945, he was in a vehicle that struck a landmine. He broke both ankles, 4 ribs, and fractured 3 vertebrae. He still would not go home and continued. That same year, he and his best friend Willie went on a reconnaissance mission to scope out how many Germans were in the town. Willie was shot early in the mission, and Leo went berserk. He went down the streets of the town, guns blazing and throwing grenades, tricking the Germans into thinking he was an army. He captured over 100 soldiers and killed several more later, and single-handedly took back the town of Zwolle. 3. Jack Churchill. Mad Jack Churchill's 2 claims to fame are his motto: any officer who goes into action without his sword is improperly armed, and the fact that he took his motto seriously. To prove this point, he fought throughout the entirety of World War II armed with a longbow, arrows, and a Scottish broadsword. In July 1943, he led his commando unit from their landing site in Sicily with his broadsword hanging from his belt, his longbow and arrows around his neck, and his bagpipes under his arm. After infiltrating the town, he took 42 men prisoner, including a mortar squad. When the war ended in 1945 after the dropping of the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, he was extremely disappointed and was quoted as saying, "If it wasn't for those damn Yanks, we could have kept the war going for another 10 years. 2. Jim Corbett. Between 1907 and 1938, Corbett tracked and shot and documented 19 tigers and 14 leopards. A total of 33 recorded and documented man-eaters. It's claimed that these big cats had killed more than 1,200 men, women, and children. Some of the animals came within feet of him before finally being gunned down. Notable kills would be the Panar leopard and the Champawat tigress featured in a previous video. 1. Hugh Glass. Hugh Glass was, among other things, an experienced trapper. While out scouting for game with other trappers in 1823, he was attacked by a grizzly bear. His companions were sure that he was a dead man and left him, but Glass somehow survived. When he woke up, he discovered that he was severely injured and had no provisions or weapons. He set his own leg and began to crawl back to civilization. The journey took him 6 weeks. It's said that he survived by eating roots and berries, although other sources claim that he killed rattlesnakes for food. He did, however, prevent gangrene by infesting his wounds with maggots to eat his dead flesh.
Okay, subscribe, bitch. Subscribe.
Check out one of these videos and don't forget.